Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown 49ers. 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle. Swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown 49ers!
For the second down, Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom! What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew, and y'all turn up, make some noise, man. It is officially game day in this mofo, man, and I am ready to rock and roll, man. I'm having a good time already, and we haven't even got to the game, yo. We haven't even got to the game. So let's go ahead and break some of this stuff down, man. We're going to have a lot of fun, all right? Let's go ahead and start first and foremost. If it's your first time here on the YouTube channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live, all right? Every show does not get the 12-hour heads up like this one did. So, and I was a little late, man. I was over here watching football, and I'm watching this Chiefs game, and I'm watching Red Zone, and I'm seeing all this stuff happening all at the same time, and then it's like, it's showtime. It's like, oh my God, how late am I? So it looks like I was only like 2 minutes late, so it's not that bad. But I'm here, though. I am here. I'm also not centered, so give me a second. Just a smidget more. Just a tap to the. There, it's good enough. All right. There we go. We in there. Make some noise, y'all. Let's go. All right, so give us a follow on there. YouTube, hit that like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We're going to start with Snapchat and X. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. We do not broadcast on either one of those, so you still got to come here. But the channels are there. They do things. Make sure you go and subscribe over there as well. Then we have Facebook, we have Instagram, and we have Twitch. The Twitch handle is nothing_but_Niners. That is officially the only one, baby. The other one is done. It is gone. It exists no more. I'm lying. It still exists, but we're just not broadcasting there, all right? But Facebook, go there. Instagram, go there. Nothing But Niners is the place to be. And then today, during the game, when you guys are looking for someone to watch this game with, when you guys are sitting here saying, what is this crazy guy Mike thinking at this moment in time, you find out right here. This is where you find out. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. $5 tier and higher if you want to be a monthly subscriber. If you don't want to be a monthly subscriber, it's cool. Go out there and just purchase that individual episode. It's available for you also. Just get today's game. Come and watch it with us. We're going to have a blast, man. We're going to have a blast. Now, I've got a really, really good show. I knew Terry McLaurin was going to get in the end zone today. I freaking knew it. I knew he was going to score today, and I benched him. Put him on my bench. I did 4 fantasy league footballs, 4 fantasy football leagues this year. I did 4. And I thought I made the playoffs in 2 of them. Now, one of them, it was my first time. They watched me do my draft, and they're like, dude, like, you're going to suck. Like, you didn't even get a second quarterback. Like, what are you doing? This is a 2-quarterback league. And they don't do any kind of bonuses or anything like that. And so, needless to say, I got smoked in that one. I'm pretty sure I came in last place. The guys were mocking me in the group chat and all that. It's cool. It's my first year. All right, you live and you learn. I'm not too worried about it. Did you have to pay to get in there? Yeah. It was a decent amount, too. But last place, I don't get anything back for that. 2 other leagues that I paid to get into, I thought I was in the playoffs in. I knew for certain I was in the playoffs. And then this morning, I'm like, this person didn't even set their lineup in the playoffs? Like, What, you got 2 players that are out? Like, this can't be real. And I check, and I missed the playoffs. I have got to be the highest scoring team in this league. And I just didn't do it. I didn't do it. Anyways, I'm not going to take up too much more of y'all time on that. It's just, so I'm only in one of the playoff leagues right now. All right. I'm just in one. I'm in the playoffs in just one of them. And I'm probably going to lose that one. This is one of those leagues where, yes, it's for money, but they don't pay early. So what they do is, at the end of the season, everyone just send your money to the winner. And we all know how that goes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. All right. But here we are. Let's just go ahead and get to it, man. This is going to be a really, really important game. I got all my notes here. I got all my talking points and everything here. All right, so you got the Tennessee Titans traveling to Levi Stadium to face the San Francisco 49ers, who are in the middle of a playoff push, right? Not only are they in the middle of a playoff push, right? This team could literally be just a wild card spot. They could miss the playoffs, but they also could be first place in the entire NFC. So let's just start with a round of applause right there. The fact that we're still in this bad boy here in week 15, and we have an option of completely missing the playoffs or taking the number 1 seed overall, I think that just speaks to how good of a job Kyle Shanahan has done and just how diversified the NFC is. But it's not just the NFC. Like the AFC is like that as well. Like, there's teams in the AFC that are playing literally right now, and it's like, dude, like, if either one of y'all make the postseason, like, cool. If neither of y'all make the postseason, cool. Like, that's what we're watching right now. This is so interesting to me. It's so interesting. So, all right, but anyways, so they're coming here, and these teams are on opposite trajectories, right? Like I said, the Niners are playing and could be number 1 in the NFC. They legitimately could be the number 1 seed. They could be. They need a little bit of help along the way, but they could be the number 1 seed. And the Titans, on the other hand, could be picking number 1 overall in the draft. Like, so these teams are on opposite ends of the spectrum. But that does not mean that this isn't going to be a good game. That doesn't mean that this is going to be a game that we just look over. Like, you guys see what's going on in Philly right now. It's like, oh, that was their get-right game. They needed that, right? You guys saw, I don't know what the score is now anymore, but you guys saw what was happening between the Texans and the Cardinals, right? And it's like, yeah, we knew that was going to happen. I don't know that this game is going to be that easy. We got injuries to Christian McCaffrey. They just said Elliott's out. They got a whole long list of it. I'm going to get to all that stuff too. But, like, there's a lot of things that are concerning going into this game, and I'm just not certain that everything is going to work out in our favor. Now, Leslie says here, all morning, all around town, been running into the faithful and exchanging, we got this. We don't sleep on the Titans. We respect them. We better win. Leslie, I don't know many people that are respecting this Titans team. People are laughing at this Titan team. They are. I'm telling you, because I'm a little concerned. But y'all, if you guys watched the show that we did 2 days ago, I was live with the 49ers Hive guys. I was kind of being like the antagonist from the perspective of the Titans team. We're not just going to lay down for you 49ers guys, right? You guys aren't entitled to this playoff spot. Y'all aren't we're coming here to play spoiler. And there's a lot of people on that team that have something to prove. There's a lot of coaches on that staff that have something to prove. All right? These two teams have drastically different offensive identities. You got a Niners team led by Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy, right? The brains, the architect, the guy who puts it all together, and the other guy who executes and makes it come to life. And then there's the Titans offense. And they've shown up twice this year, the Titans offense. The Niners, on the other hand, they've just continued to find ways to make it work. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the important things that are going on. Let's go ahead and start with Christian McCaffrey, right? I woke up 2 nights ago, and I was like, man, I have a feeling that we're going to get some production out of Ricky Pearsall. But I couldn't understand why. Because while everyone else out there is like, man, we got to get Ricky. Maybe it was 3 days ago. It might have been 3 days ago. Everyone's like, man, we got to get some productivity out of Ricky Pearsall. I wasn't the one pounding the table saying, yeah, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. right? It's fun to make little pre-game predictions and all and try to talk about how Ricky Pearsall is going to come out here and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. But when you step back and you check the stat sheet, what you get is there's not much there. There's not much there. And it's like, well, Pearsall was like, he's a good player. And technically he's the Niners wide receiver one, not pass catcher one, not target one, wide receiver one. And so I go and I put together these same game parlays on my little betting apps. And one of the bets that I continually take is Pearsall for more than 2.5 catches, because that's just one of the ones that they're giving us. I think he's going to have more than 2.5 catches. But then I start looking at the yards that I can lay on there also. And I think that Ricky Pearsall is going to have more than 40 yards in this game. I think one of my tickets, I even took Ricky Pearsall for over 50 yards. And this is me trusting my gut. I want to let you guys know that my gut is undefeated this season. Every loss the Niners have experienced, I said, guys, I just don't know about this one. This game don't feel right. I don't care about this game. I'm not invested in the Niners winning this one. And me and my good old gut, we're 100%. Oh, speaking of my gut, I never took my shot. So if you see that, whenever you go back in there, can you bring that to me? I'm sorry. So I'm trusting my gut. And my gut's saying, Mike, Pearsall is going to have a game. I'm not saying he's going to get in the end zone. I did not take Pearsall to get in the end zone at all in this game. Ever. In any of the cards that I did, not one. But 2.5 catches, y'all can check that off. 40, 50 yards, y'all can check that off. I just feel it. I don't know why. I'm going to continue to trust my gut. So then I wake up yesterday, and my phone is blowing up with people telling. Now, here's why I'm saying I wake up, because I don't know what time you guys got this news about Christian McCaffrey, but I didn't go to bed until 6 a.m. Saturday from Friday night. My daughter and I thought it would be cool to just sit around and play a bunch of family games, and we were up late, and it was about 3 o'clock when I was ready to wrap things up with her, 3 a.m. And then my other two daughters wake up, and my youngest is like, oh, Daddy, I want to play. And if you guys have ever seen my youngest daughter's eyes, her eyes were built in a factory. They were like built in a lab. And the only purpose of those eyes that my youngest daughter has is to make it so that you can't say no to her for whatever it is that she asks you. And so I'm in complete zombie mode. It's 3 a.m., and I'm ready to go to sleep. And she's like, well, when you're done playing this game with Arya, can we play? And I made eye contact. And Medusa turns people into stone. My daughter just makes you say yes. And I said yes. So I play these games with her, and I go to bed, and it's really, really early in the morning. I'm talking 5, 6 o'clock, and I go to bed. And then I wake up, and I see Christian McCaffrey hurt his back. Christian McCaffrey back injury, questionable for the game now. And I'm like, coming off a bye week? What was Christian McCaffrey doing to hurt his back during the bye week? It just didn't make any sense to me. Now, I know we've had a very hectic schedule, and we're traveling back and forth, east, west, right? Like, we're moving all over the place, couple home games, but you're still short weeks and primetime games, and you got to be at your best, right? And Christian McCaffrey is very robotic in his way that he prepares for each game. But I'm seeing that Christian McCaffrey is now all of a sudden added to the injury report for his back. And I'm like, man, how? Dude, why? And then I started doing some math. Babe, read between the lines here, but after a woman has a child naturally, how long is she on the do not disturb list based off of the doctor's recommendations? 6 to 8 weeks. Let's just call it 2 months. 1.5, 2 months. Christian McCaffrey and his wife had their daughter in the middle of July, August, September, and no bye week in between time. Ladies and gentlemen, I know exactly how Christian McCaffrey threw his back out. Huh? Say what? I know exactly how Christian McCaffrey blew his back out this weekend, all right? It is officially a fly zone, and he had some extra time, if you know what I'm saying. So this report comes out, and less than 2 hours later, the Niners somehow release word that not only is he healthy, he's expected to play, but he is on the report for his back. And now I'm like, all right, well, why would the Niners like argue that so quickly? If I'm the Niners, I want the opposing team to prepare for and try to find any film that they have of Brian Robinson in our system. Why would they refute that information so quickly? So now they're like, oh, no, stop. Hey, don't watch any film of Christian McCaffrey. Brian Robinson, because Christian McCaffrey is healthy and he is going to play. And what that tells me is he's not going to play as much as you think. And this all goes back to you guys. My gut. This is where the Ricky Pearsall conversation came from. This is where it came from. Everybody who watches the 49ers knows that Kyle Shanahan uses him just a little too much. And it's not that he's accumulated a bunch of yards or anything like that. It's just he is the leading receiver for the 49ers. He is the leading rusher for the 49ers. This guy is legitimately 65 to 75% of the 49ers offense. Just numbers. Just telling you guys what I see. I'm telling you guys what you see as well. I'm confirming it for you. So if you take him out of that equation, is he still going to be on the field? Absolutely, because defenses have to respect him, and the way they line up against us when he's not in there is terrifying, and Kyle can't really work with it. So you're going to put him on the field, but if he's not getting the ball that many times, if he's not getting 21 to 27 touches a game, then who's going to get the ball? Well, now Kyle's got to spread it around a little bit, and I think Ricky Pearsall has been that stallion at the gate. Right, that prize racing horse at the gate. He's throwing that hoof back and he's ready to go. He's just waiting for that gate to open so he can take off. And I think that happens here. All right. I don't think Christian McCaffrey has a fantastic day. He's going to get 60 to 80 yards total all purpose. Sure. He may even get in the end zone in time. But this is not going to be a Christian McCaffrey game. And here's why. Because of all the reasons that I started the show with you guys not respecting the Titans. Well, the truth of the matter is the Titans are the easiest team on the remaining schedule for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm telling you guys something. You got the tough defense with Indianapolis. I know they don't have Buckner and all that stuff. That's another story for another time. I get it. They go out there, they get Phillip Rivers, and I was really hoping that the Niners played Phillip Rivers at his first start in 5 years, but they're going to give him a whole week to prepare, and that's even more terrifying. So the Colts immediately go past the Tennessee Titans. So they're tougher. And then after that, it's this little punk-ass Bears team. And they're tougher than even the Colts are. And after that is that punk-ass Seahawks team that we hate oh so much. And they're even better than the Bears. And so my point is this. That the San Francisco 49ers, this is the game that they can afford to not use CMC as much in. This is not the game to lose him in. Kyle Shanahan, I implore you to reckon back to when I told you don't start Brock Purdy against the Jaguars and made us lose him for 6 more weeks. I am begging you, Kyle Shanahan, please listen to me, and hear me well. Do not overuse Christian McCaffrey in this game. Because if you do, and God forbid something happens to him, you're going to have all the faithful sitting around saying,
are you fucking kidding me?
It's not going to be good, bro. It's not going to be good. So let's take it easy with CMC. Put him out there, yes. Let him be a decoy, yes. And even give him some ops. But you got to spread that ball around. You got to pass on this banged-up secondary, Kyle. You got to pass on this banged-up secondary. I don't know how serious or significant this back issue is, but for them to report it, This was a bye week. They had a holiday party, and he got the vet day still, and his back had to show up on this injury report. That's terrifying to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but backs are a tricky thing. I've got a brother who's got bad sciatica. He can be walking, talking, and he can go to give you a high five, and then he's down on the ground like somebody just shot him in his back. Backs are tricky. There's so many nerves and stuff and all that. I don't know what this issue is. Is it muscular? Is it something in his nerves? Right? Is it a vertebrae? Is it a bone? I have no idea. I don't know. So let's take it easy with CMC. This is not the game that we need him the most for. These games are only going to get harder from here on out. The Niners schedule, this is the easiest it's ever going to be, and it is today. And we can't overlook this opponent, but the truth is the truth. This is the easiest this schedule is going to be. We got to take care of business. All right? If he's not in there, I think this opens things up for Brock Purdy. So one of the fantasy leagues that I think I have a chance of winning, I had Brock Purdy and I had Josh Allen to choose from in starting today in fantasy. And Josh Allen is playing against the New England Patriots, and he already lost to them early in the season. They're both projected for about the same amount of points. If you don't have any decimals in your fantasy point thing, they're both projected for 18 points. Josh Allen has only thrown or accumulated less than 18 points 4 times all season. He's got some 40-point games, a bunch of 30-point games, high 20-point games. Brock Purdy's only passed 18 points once all season. So your brain says, hey, Mike, don't be stupid. You play the ceiling. It's fantasy football. But my gut was saying, Mike, you got to play Brock. You have to play Brock because Christian McCaffrey's hurt. He's going to pass the ball. It's going to be checkdowns. It's going to be across the middle. It's going to be a couple deep shots. Like, I think Brock is going to go off today. But I didn't trust my gut because if my gut is telling me too much, maybe it's indigestion. Maybe I've had something bad. So what I did was I hit up a couple group chats and say, hey, guys, if you had to start this guy or that guy, which would you do and why? And everyone's like, Mike, you play Josh Allen no matter what. And I did it. And I put Josh Allen in. And I'm going to tell you guys something. At halftime, he had me 1 fantasy football point. He had me 1 fantasy football point. Now, I'm going to check the score now because I don't know what he did. I don't know if it's changed at all. Let's see. He had me 1. He's got 24. Oh, my man's got 3 touchdowns. It's still 6 minutes left in this game. Oh, he can get more. He can get more. He's at 24. Again, Brock Purdy all year long, sitting on my bench right now, all year long, hasn't scored 24 points all season. Hasn't scored 24 points all season. So it looks like I made the right decision. But what if Brock has 30? What if this is his 40-point game? I don't know, but my gut was saying you can't go wrong with Brock. But I trusted the people that I confide in. They said, Mike, you gotta live with it. You gotta put Allen in and let it go. So we'll see what happens. Right now, I'm happy with my decision. All right. So the offensive identity is going to change a little bit. This offense cannot run through Christian McCaffrey. Instead of this being Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, and CMC, and then everyone else, this is going to be Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, everyone else, and a little bit of CMC sprinkled in. And George Kittle is going to have a really good game this game for the Niners to go out and dominate in the fashion that they need to. I don't want to see this Niners team win this game by 3. We are the better team on the field in all 3 phases, and it needs to look like that when the clock hits quadruple zeros. At the end of this 4th quarter today, the Niners need to look like the dominant force that they are in this game. This isn't an opinion. A 3-point victory, a 1-point victory, yeah, it's going to look the same in the win column. But when I go to work and I go to talk shit to people about how my team is going to be in the playoffs, I got to have something that's going to give me some confidence. The confidence gets built today. This is where we do it. In other 49ers news, all right, because in other 49ers news, Brandon Aiyuk is officially gone. I'm going to play 2 different sound effects because I know the fan base is split on this. So for those of you who are happy, there you go. Can you guys hear the sound effects? You guys hear the round of applause? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear the sound effects. Like, not a thumbs up on this video. Like, not a like. I'm talking about in the chat. Like, hit a thumbs up if you can hear. And for those of you who are upset that Brandon Aiyuk is gone, or maybe it's I don't know. All right, but so Brandon Aiyuk is gone. And I was of the belief that it wasn't going to happen. And I was wrong. But here's what I do know. That once he becomes a June 1st designated cut, the Niners cap saving over the next 3 seasons, $27 million, $28 million, and $30 million. Now, there's somebody in this chat that was talking not too long ago after Joe Burrow threw an interception or something like that. And they said that he wants out of Cincinnati. And I just did that show with Matt and Zach. And guys, I'm trying to that's enough money to go and get Joe Burrow. That's enough money to go and get Joe Burrow. Oh, you guys thought I was going to talk about Brandon Aiyuk, no, he's gone. Once you're off this team, I don't spend time talking about you, except for Kello Witherspoon. My dog. My dog! Sorry. There's not a lot of players that I talk about outside of this 49ers building. Am I happy that it happened? Absolutely not. I think Brandon Aiyuk was a hell of a talent. But we also know what we were fearful of with that knee injury. This is an amicable departure, or maybe it wasn't amicable. Maybe they hated each other on their way out. That's cool. That's fine with me. But here's what I do know. You make him a June 1st designation, and the Niners are off the hook for a lot of freaking money, right? We're talking about $95 million the Niners are off the hook for in the next 3 years. Cap savings. $95 million in the next 3 years. I'm going to take that. God bless, Godspeed. Go find your own way. I'm never going to cheer against Brandon Aiyuk, but I'm also never going to cheer for him if he's not on this team. I'm just going to be real with you guys. Just going to be real with you guys. So, with Aiyuk leaving, I just felt like it was something that I had to discuss. I had to bring up in the middle of the show. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think this is going to affect Brock Purdy. Now, what I will say is we are a better team with a healthy Brandon Aiyuk on the field than without him. That's not debatable. No one should be arguing that, even if you didn't like the way that he handled his contract negotiations, even if you didn't like the way that he played when he finally returned to the team last season, all that stuff, that goes out the window. We are a better offensive unit when Brandon Aiyuk was healthy and on the field. The thing is that we don't know if he was ever going to be healthy again, and we can't ignore that. We cannot ignore that. This tells me that the Niners are going to be drafting or acquiring a really good wide receiver, either in free agency, via trade, or in the draft. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and pound the table and have this long diatribe and soliloquy about the value of Brandon Aiyuk and what he did for us and whether or not I'm going to miss him and all that shit. No, I'm not. I'm a 49ers fan. Y'all see the stuff on the wall back there? Y'all see the colors of the head wrap. Y'all see the shirt that I'm wearing, right? This hoodie is about the 49ers legends. Brandon Ayuk's name will never be on something like this. Not crying about spilt milk. And you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube after you squeeze it out. He's gone. I didn't think he was going to be gone. If you guys were looking for the aha, gotcha moment, here you go. I was wrong. I thought Brandon Aiyuk was going to work out the issues with the 49ers and be back. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay? That's it. That's all I got for you guys on the Brandon Aiyuk situations. Okay? But in his absence and going forward, we are going to need guys like Ricky Pearsall to step up. I can't even say that we're going to need guys like Jawan Jennings to step up because I don't know if he's going to be back next year. Right? Jacob Cowing, where the fuck are you? Are you ever going to get on the field and contribute as a 49er? Who has played less games for the 49ers? Less games. Jacob Cowing or Yetur Gross-Matos? I swear to God, I've never seen either of these guys produce for this team on the offensive or defensive side of the ball. I haven't seen it. I remember Jacob Cowing's biggest contributions coming from special teams. But these 49ers wide receivers have to start stepping up. All of them. Ricky Pearsall, you're the first one, and this is the game that you got to start. It happens. It starts today, Ricky. Not just because Brandon's gone. We weren't planning on using Brandon this season at all. But now it's time for you to show that, hey, I can be the number one wide receiver. Get consistent separation. Get open consistently and frequently so that way they know that they can depend on you. Whether you're getting the targets or not, do it consistently. That's what we need to see. We need to see you take that next step as the wide receiver. Jordan Watkins is another one. Niner Faithful 80-80. I see you right there. I see you. Watkins is supposed to be the speed guy with a little bit more size than Calvin, who also is supposed to be the speed guy. We haven't even had speed on the field all year long. We've been running a slow-ass, old man 49ers offense out there. The young guy is Ricky Pearsall. We got old-ass Christian McCaffrey, old in running back years. We got old-ass George Kittle, old in football years. Trent Williams, old as fuck, period, right? Don't matter. Football years, real life. That dude's my age, and he's still playing football. And kudos to him, by the way, having a phenomenal second stretch. Like this second half of the season, my man Trent has been on it. Still getting a penalty every other game, but my man Trent has been doing his thing. But it's time for these 49ers wide receivers to step up. Demarcus Robinson, we brought you in here. You look good in the postseason, the preseason. You look good in training camp, and you've been MIA all year long. It's got to stop, and it's got to stop right now. Demarcus Robinson, we need you to step up, bro. Juwan Jennings, for the remainder of this season, we need you to step up. These drops that you're having every fucking game, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Get back to being the consistent guy that you were. And the way you out there running your mouth and talking shit, George Kittle tried to defend the trash talk between him and the Browns players, and he said, I only heard 65% of stuff, and what I did hear wasn't that bad. But that other 35, I don't know what he was saying. George Kittle couldn't even defend the bullshit that you were doing out there, and George Kittle has every teammate's back. He has every teammate's back, and George Kittle was like, yeah, I don't know what else was said out there. I didn't hear the whole thing. I don't know, bro. Juwan Jennings, stop talking about other people's families. Stop talking about people's wives, their children, or whatever it is that you're doing that's pissing these grown-ass men off, and don't tell me it's not a big deal. If you play football at a competitive level at all, Pop Warner, Pee Wee, high school, college, it doesn't matter. Trash talk is part of the game. When you get your first set of cleats, it comes with trash talk. Here you go, sucker. It starts with trash talk. So don't tell me that these grown men are being sensitive. This is all they know. This is all they know, bro. Football is a language all on its own. Locker room etiquette is a language all on its own. The way these gentlemen interact with each other in the parking lot versus when those pads are on are completely different. I'm telling you something that I've experienced. So don't tell me that these guys are being sensitive. Don't tell me that a man went to a podium or went with a microphone in front of him and said, I want to slap him in his face. I'm surprised nobody has hit him in his jaw. You're doing and saying something that's foul. Period. Period. Cut it out and focus on making those contested catches across the middle that you just happen to drop 3 every game. Cut it out. Yeah, Shoe Long, I saw that. I mentioned Jordan Elliott being out also earlier. I'm going to get to the injuries in just a little bit. All right. So, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull that up now. Let me go ahead and pull that up right now. 49ers inactive for today, but Jordan Elliott is the latest guy to be added to it. Sam Okawanu, Tatum Bethune. These guys are all inactive today. Curtis Rourke. They're all inactive today. Give me a second here. Christian McCaffrey is still listed as questionable. Jordan James inactive. Like this shit just fucking baffles me, bro. It baffles me. So I'm going to share the screen with you guys, but the Niners elevated and activated Sebastian Valdez. Some of you guys have been cheering for him and screaming for him to get some time with the team. Some people called him baby. What's the green dude mommy loves? Baby Hulk. People called him Baby Hulk. Right? The Niners elevate him, and they deactivate him on game day. While Jordan Elliott is listed right there. Like, what are we doing? This tells me that they're more concerned with edge guys. I don't even know. I don't even know what this tells me, actually. Nick Martin and Tatum Bethune both out. Speed gone. Jordan Elliott, like you said in the chat, unsung hero here. Sam Okawanu, well, we've been without him for the last couple of games, but Sebastian Valdez was just elevated. You elevate this guy to inactivate him. I don't get it. Jordan Watkins, I haven't seen him. Both Jordans, if you're named Jordan, you're on the 49ers, you don't play. You don't play. I don't expect shit from either one of these guys, unfortunately. And we should. We should. But to be honest with you guys, I haven't even seen Gutierrez get the ball. Not Garindo. I haven't even seen Garindo get the ball. So who am I to sit here and say that we need Jordan James? He should be a healthy scratch every game. We haven't even tapped the third guy, knocking on some crazy wood over here, right? Like we haven't seen the third guy. But I don't get this Valdez move. You activated and elevated him just to make him inactive. I don't get it. The Jordan Elliott thing was a surprise. You didn't have time to change that. You didn't have time to say, you know what, never mind. Since Jordan Elliott's out, we are going to bring in Baby Hulk or Tiny Hawk or whatever the fuck his nickname. Sebastian Valdez. I don't know what it is. How does this guy not get time consistently over and over? And who was the active guy instead? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's what we're dealing with today. That's what we've got to work with today. And, I mean, we're going to have to see how it plays out. I just don't get it. I don't get it. All right? Now, we knew Christian McCaffrey was going to be active. If you guys were worried about that, you don't have to. Let me just tell you the names of the play. I'm not going to pop it up on the screen or anything like that, but the Titans inactives for today are cornerback Jalen Amwar Davis, Jordan Reed, who's a safety, so that's two guys from the secondary, offensive lineman John Ojukwu, guard, another offensive lineman, Drew Moss, tackle, Dan Moore. That's three offensive linemen inactive for this game, and defensive tackle Shy Tuttle. Guys, if we don't get some mother-freaking pressure on this team, I am going to lose my mind. I don't care if it's me out there, y'all. I don't care if it's me out there. We better get some pressure on them. Let's go. Let's ramp it up, and let's make some noise. Now, Niner Faithful, you're saying is Kendrick's playing. I didn't see Kendrick's elevated from the practice squad, so I don't know that he's playing. I believe that the two names that were elevated from the practice squad were Jalen Graham, who should be playing today. You see Bethune is out. You see Nick Martin is out. So Bethune and Martin out means Jalen Graham, who was elevated from the practice squad, should be playing today. But I think Kendrick is on the practice squad. I think. I could be wrong. But he ain't playing. He's not playing. All right? We got to get some pressure on these guys, though. That's real rap. We can't sit around. We can't play games. We got to go out there and bust some heads. This defensive line needs to get after it. All right. Let me keep this thing going here because I got more I got to say. I'm not going to go into how bad our pass rush is and all the injuries and all that stuff. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm watching some videos right now of Eddie Pinheiro warming up for his week 15 return. He's looking good in practice. This guy has missed the last couple of weeks. You guys know about that hamstring injury and all that stuff he's had. He went home, he sat down. He said he's never missed games before in his entire career. This was unusual for him. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for my kicker and yours, Eddie Pinheiro. Pinheiro De Niro. All right? My man's out there, and he's officially doing his thing. All right? So the 49ers defensive line today, though, is going to be Keon White, Bryce Huff, Cleveland Farrell, which is good. Robert Beal. Those are you guys playing edge. Those are your ends. And on the inside, we're going to have Kalia Davis, Alfred Collins, C.J. West, and Kevin Givens. Guys, I got faith in this offense. I got faith in the defensive line. I got a lot of faith in this defensive line, if I'm being honest with you. These names, if they stay healthy, knocking on wood, can go out there and do some damage. So I like it. I like it. All right? The 49ers run game without Christian McCaffrey in full force is going to be really, really interesting to watch against this Titans front seven. While a lot of people want to say that this Titans team is really, really bad or they give up this and they give up that, I think that the best aspect of this Titans defense is their front seven against the run. So we're going to have to go out there and we're going to have to make sure that we control the clock and the tempo of this game. That's what the Niners game plan is going to have to be. I'm not saying it has to be up-tempo, but we have to dictate how this game flows. All right? We got to make sure that we control this clock from start to finish. We got to be good on third downs. We just got to run a 49ers type of game. All right? We also have to see what Tennessee is willing to do when McCaffrey is back behind the line of scrimmage. If he's in shotgun or if single back, whatever it is. Right? When McCaffrey's back there, you got to watch those linebackers and how they're moving. See if they migrate towards him. Move them out wide and see if those linebackers that are in the middle of the field just get a little bit wider. You got to watch that. All right? The other matchup that I want to see is Brock Purdy against their secondary. And their secondary, that's where the goodies are there for the freaking taking. Let's get it. Trick or treat, y'all. We back in time. We hopped in our time machine, and all we got to do is knock on the door and ask for it, and they're going to give it to us. Brock Purdy against the secondary is why I was in the conundrum that I was in. I didn't know if I should start Josh Allen or if I should start Brock Purdy today. Josh Allen must have got sacked because he lost me a point. There's only 30 seconds left in this game. Oh, my God. Are they winning? Wait, they came back and got the lead? Are the Bills about to win this game, bro? Wait, who won? What did I just say? I missed it. Oh, the Bills got the win. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, shit, I lost my ear. Don't eat it there. Damn it. I lost my ear. Got dog fur on it now. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Check out the Bills with the comeback, bro. They didn't lead all game long. They get the lead at the very end. Let's go, man. Make some noise for the Buffalo Bills, man. That's like my favorite AFC team, them and the Texans. Like, so both of those guys getting wins today. Man, I love it. That Bears defense, man, just beating the shit out of the Browns. Like, this game is over, too. 31-3. Just go home. Just go home, y'all. It's a wrap. Wrap it up. Wrap it the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. What was I talking about? Sorry. I want to look at my bets. I want to see how I'm doing in my parlays and all. I want to see if I have any cash out options now that this 1 o'clock slate is basically wrapping up. And I got to hurry up and get out of here because we're going to have a lot of fun over on Patreon. So make sure y'all go there, patreon.com/NB9ERS. If you guys can't tell, I was really excited to come in and do this pregame show today. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not, but I was very, very excited. What'd you say? I said you pregame for your pregame last night. I did. My wife is snitching. She's letting you guys know how the cookies were made. But what I did last night was I set up everything. I did the graphics. I got the overreaction show already ready. I just didn't hit click. I got the halftime show ready already. I just didn't hit click. I got the actual game that's going to be live on patreon.com/NB9ERS right there at the bottom of your screen. Actually, let me get this. Let me get this off of the screen really quick. Boom. Let me get that off the screen. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Again, if you guys want to go over there and have somewhere to watch the game, please come here. All right? We're going to have a lot of fun. I also did call the Falcons beating the Bucs. I mean, listen, man, my gut has been on fire this year, guys. I'm not lying to you. My gut has been absolutely on fire. But head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS. You get to hear a little bit more from my gut, and I don't mean when I'm on the porcelain throne. All right? So that's what I got for you guys. Let me keep going, though. I'm not quite done yet. I'm going to wrap this show up soon. I got so many other topics written down over here that I don't think I'm going to have time to get to. That's how much I prepared for this pregame show. Like, I was ready to just rock and roll. Again, this is a solo pregame show. I don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. All right? So I talked about our offense in the run game against their front seven, Brock Purdy against their secondary, and I think that's where the goodies are there for the taking, right? But let's flip it really quick to the Titans offense versus the 49ers defense, and this defense is bang the fuck up. Let's be honest. But 2 games in a row, or the last 2 games that the 49ers defense have had, they have not allowed 10 points to either opponent, 9 points to one and 8 points to the other. Is that real? Do you guys think that's sustainable? Like, did the 49ers defense all of a sudden become one of the top teams in the NFL? No, I don't think so. I don't think our defense is that good. I don't think our defense is a top 15 defense, if I'm being honest with you. I think we give up a lot of yards. I think we let teams march up and down the field all the time on us. I don't think it's sustainable. And I think that if we played some better quarterbacks instead of Shedeur Sanders, we might be in trouble. I think if we played some better quarterbacks instead of Bryce Young, we might be in trouble. But we haven't. We can only play who's on our schedule. So kudos to the 49ers defense for stepping up. What is Cam Ward going to do against this team? Right? Like, that's really what we have to question here. And what we have to do is disrupt that Titans offense just enough so they can't get into a rhythm. I'm not saying that they can't march up and down the field. That's not what I'm saying. They're going to get some yards here or there, and I do have them scoring a couple times in this game. Maybe not touchdowns, but some field goals, right? But I do have them getting points in this game. But what I don't want to see is them have back-to-back successful drives or 3 drives in a row where they march up and down the field and get points, right? It needs to be one of those things where you got 1 here, but you got 4 where you punted. You got 1 here, but you got 3 where you punted, or you had a turnover, right? Or you had to go for it on 4th down, which if we stop them, it's also a turnover. You know what I'm saying? We have to disrupt the flow of this game for their offense. That's what I want to see from this defense. I don't care how we do it. Just get it done. Just get it done. And the very last thing that I want to focus on as a team overall is the turnover battle. We have to control the turnover margin. When the Niners do that, we win games in dominant fashion. Now, we luckily had a game where Brock Purdy had 3 or 4 turnovers, and we still won that game. And I don't want to do that now. Not against this team. Not against this team. I would like the defense to have 1 or 2 turnovers and Brock Purdy to have none. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. There's just too much at stake here. Mike, should we get Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings? Nah, I'm good. If he wants to come here, I mean, cool. It would work. He's a rhythmic type wide receiver. But would you guys rather have Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings, or would you rather have Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals? Both 1 out. Answer that for me in the chat. Wendy says, hi, where do I watch the games live for? Listen, this is where all my subscribers are going. My subscribers are going to the party at Patreon. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. You got to be a $5 tier or higher, or you could just purchase the episode on its own. It's a lot of fun. All right. You get the game. It's live. Like, we have a blast. So head on over there. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Okay. Whether you're in Tennessee, whether you're in San Francisco, California, doesn't matter, man. We got you. We're going to hold you down. All right. Back to my comments here, though. I want to know what you guys are saying here. Which one would you guys rather have? I see Justin Jefferson. I see neither. Wow. I see neither. I did not know that. We should control Cam Ward, Patty Party. Jefferson is an elite wide receiver. The Niners need someone like that. Maybe. Make them one-dimensional. Let our back get busy. I'll be happy with either one. I like that answer, Blackbeard. You can win with the below elite QB, which is Brock. Is you can't without a world-class wide receiver. Well, see, as Steve, like, a lot of everyone's favorite wide receivers don't win Super Bowls, right? Justin Jefferson has been him. They can't even make it to the postseason. When they do, they don't really do any damage, you know? But Cubs says neither. But listen, man, the Niners are going to get in the next 3 years $95 million in relief because Brandon Aiyuk is officially gone. 26, 27, and $30 million, respectively, each year. They can afford both. I said both. I didn't mean to say both, and I mean it. It was a Freudian slip. They can afford both, but they shouldn't because they have Brock Purdy in his contract. They should get one or the other. I would make Brock Purdy the backup if Justin Jefferson, if Joe Burrow was really available. So it's cool. Either way, I digress. Let me get back to the show. We got to make sure that we are in control of the turnover battle here, and I got to wrap this thing up soon because I'm really, really excited to go over and talk to you guys over on Patreon in 5 minutes. All right. So, what does this game mean? Right, Mike. This is an AFC team. Who gives a shit if we win? And maybe you're right, but we're seeing these NFC teams that are ahead of us, or at least tied with us, go out there and win these games. So we got to go out and we got to win these games also. We have to go out and really make sure that we are holding it down and staying at least in pace with those teams. We have to. We absolutely have to. All right. You see Chicago go out there and they beat Cleveland. That game's over. It's over, but it's not over, right? But we got to make sure we win. All right. The Commanders and the Giants game, that's no one cares about that. But you got some big games starting at the same time as us, right? That Lions and Rams game is going to be a big one. That Green Bay and Denver game is going to be a big one. That Panthers and Saints game is going to be a big one. You got the Colts and the Seahawks, and that game is going to be easy. That's not even big. Like, that game is over before it even starts, right? Like, we got to make, like, those are the games. They're all about to kick off right now. Like, those are the ones that we got to watch for. Those are the ones that we got to watch for. There's no need, listen, Niner Faithful 80-80. There's no need to keep an eye on that game. That game is over, bro. That game is over before it starts. You got a quarterback that hasn't played football in 5 fucking years. And even his last 3 years in the NFL, that arm was a noodle, making bad decisions. He's not athletic. He doesn't run. He doesn't scramble. That guy is going to be target practice. If I'm Myles Garrett, I beg to get traded to whatever team that he's on, even on a bad leg. That's where I'm going, bro. If I could play Phillip Rivers in just one game, that's where I want to go. And I'm it's tongue in cheek. I know that there's no trade. You can't trade anybody this time of year. But I'm just saying, Phillip Rivers is going to be a standing target. You can go out there and whoop his ass from start to finish. Phillip Rivers is going to regret coming back to this team. He's been on that team for 4 days, and he's starting. Terrible by that front office. Absolutely terrible decision by that front office. You know? But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let me wrap this thing up here, man. What's at stake for the 49ers, man? A win strengthens our playoff positioning. And that's what we have to focus on here. Right? We might not win the division. There's 3 really good teams coming out of this NFC West. The difference with the Niners and the other 2 teams is that everyone seems to respect the Rams and the Seahawks. They don't respect us. They don't respect us. And it's because they haven't really seen us, right? Are we the Niners that we saw with Brock Purdy in the first half of the season? I don't know. Are we the Niners that we've seen with Brock Purdy in the second half of the season, who can overcome multiple turnovers and still win games and then go out and the next 2 games have no turn? I don't know. Are we the Niners that we saw sandwiched in the middle for a 6-game stretch where Mac Jones went out there and handled his business? Guys, I don't know. And the fact that I don't know and I watch this team so heavily means that they don't know either. It means that they don't know either. Is our defense good? No. Is our defense consistent? No. Do they have their moments? Absolutely. The same exact thing can be said for our offense. Right? There's some games where the Niners offense goes out there and they score 18 points. We can win some of those games if the defense shows up, but the defense doesn't show up consistently enough. So I don't know. But you know what I do know? The special teams unit's getting better. And I will argue this right now that I think the 49ers have one of the best special teams unit in the entire NFL. Top 5. Dare I say. Top 5. Got to maintain positioning in the playoff hunt. I'm not going to talk about home field advantages or anything like that. And if I'm the Titans, I want to go out there. I want to put up a fight. I want to look good for 3.5 quarters. But I want that number 1 pick overall. I want that number 1 pick overall. I do. So I'm not going to go out there and really put forth my best effort. But for 3.5 quarters, boy, oh boy, for 52.5 minutes, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to look good. If I'm the Titans, and I'm going to make those Niners sweat. And as long as we, the Titans, aren't blowing them out and not giving them a choice, like keeping them in this game, everybody's happy. Defense, make a couple of big plays. Offense, make a couple of big plays. Special teams, make a couple of big plays, right? Now you got your coaches, your coordinators, your players. Everyone's looking good. And then you got your guy up in the front office saying, hey, psst, blow the whistle. Hey, somebody out there, stop this right now. They're going to hit the button. It's going to sound like a car crash just out of nowhere. They're going to be doing all kinds of fumbles and bumbles and tripping, and here it comes. And it's going to be the longest car crash you've ever seen in your life. For 7.5 minutes straight at the end of the game, these guys are going to be sounding like this to make sure they get that number 1 pick. So now the front office guy has done his job, the coaches have done their jobs, the players have done their jobs, the coordinators have done their jobs, and everybody's happy. That's the picture-perfect game plan for the Titans. Show that, hey, if we were motivated, we could. If we really wanted to, this is what could have been the outcome. And that's it. That's it. All law says here, I have to ask, what's the deal with Matt? He always seems to want to pick a fight with you. Matt and I have a really, really, really good rapport. And not to, give you the secret to the sauce, but what we realize is a show with multiple people on and everyone agrees is a very, very boring show. Matt and I, much like how I used to be with my man Nick, we can both agree on any and everything. But for the sake of a show and the sake of discourse, we'll take opposite sides just to say, hey, what if? And we'll run with it. And we'll run with it. So that's how we give it up. That's how we get down. All right. So we just want to make sure that you guys are entertained. Also that we represent all sides of the opinions that are out there, because not everyone's going to agree. You got 3 people on the show and they all have the same opinion on a topic. What about those that don't? Now you're going to insult the people that don't, and you're going to alienate part of you. No, I'd rather us argue and go back and forth about something than everybody agree. And that's a very, very boring show, and we refuse to let that happen. All right? All right, guys, I got to get up out of here, man. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Y'all know what it is. Get those victory shots ready. I will be back at halftime. All right, I will be back at halftime, so you guys make sure you get ready. In the meantime, head on over. Come join the fun, man. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. That is where it is about to go down. All right? I'm not kidding at all when I tell you guys I appreciate you, all right? All right, Patreon, here we come. Prepare for glory. Oh, wait. Do y'all think the Niners win this game? Put the W's in the chat right now. Crowd participation, get it up. W's in the chat. Ain't that what y'all said to say? W's in the chat. Let's go, man. W's in the chat. Let's see who really believes the Niners are going to win. Come on, camera, throw your W's up, y'all. Let's go. W's in the chat. Let's go. Dub City, baby. Huh? Get that part. Look at those eyes. Look, this is the one I was telling y'all about. Look at those eyes. I dare you to say no. You can't. You can't. They were built in a lab. Look at the camera. Look at those eyes. You can't. Hair crazy, right? I don't even know if she got morning breath, but look at those eyes. It don't matter. It don't matter. All right, we're getting up out of here, y'all. All right. Sorry, you know, there you go. There it is. Throw them W's in the chat. Oh, I see the 49er. Look, she got the jersey on. Let's go, man. Dub City. Let's go, man. Let's go out there and get this W, y'all. All right, I got to go, man. Patreon, here I come. Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but. We them nothing but Niners.